So, I'm stood next to, he's not a giant, I'm just a midget. A good friend of mine, a NABBA legend, just a legend in general, big Stuart Garrington.
How are you doing, mate? Right.
I'm alright, mate, good to see you.
And you?
Yeah, so we've had a few in today, haven't we? So, Adam, we prepped hard for this.
Yeah, so Adam's come from the gym, super conditioned.
Brilliant, wasn't he?
Brilliant condition. The guy that beat him, Christian, really nice shape, really heavily muscled, loads of potential, tons of potential. Probably not quite at the condition that he could be at, but he did enough today to take the win. And Adam can be proud of himself. Though he's worked incredibly hard.
100%.
So, yeah.
I think that again, I wouldn't have wanted to judge that myself. He could have gone either way depending on what you're looking for. The condition, I'd brought the condition. Definitely.
It comes down to personal preferences. You know, you can totally see why Christian's got it with the shape that he is. But I feel Adam's a touch unlucky for the condition that he's in.
I would definitely agree with you. I mean,
if you can merge the two and you have Christian's shape and muscle and Adam's condition, you've got Mr. Universe champion.
Just trying to think about that. That's a slightly freaky combination, but it was you want to see on stage.
Like I say, Christian's got tons of potential, and I think that he'll do really well if he can nail that condition.
100%.
Adam has got an unbelievable work ethic, so where he goes from here, if he wants to put a proper off season together, and he's obviously coming straight from rugby league, no real bodybuilding behind him as such. He's played rugby league up till last year. So
a very high standard as well, we should point out. He's a very good rugby league player.
Yeah, absolutely. So a bit of a change now to come into bodybuilding, but with a couple of off seasons behind him, with his work ethic, and who knows where he can go.
It was great to see, because I mean, Adam's an old friend of ours. We've known each other all nearly 20 odd years. We're getting on, and it was always interesting for me, not being around York these days, just to see where he was going to come in. And we've had, if he's going to commit, really commit, and he clearly has. He's done everything.
Yeah, absolutely, everything down to the T, and like you say, his work ethic's crazy. I look over sometimes on the Stairmaster. He's not just doing the Stairmaster; he's running up the bloody thing. Do you know what I mean? It's like, so he puts the graft in, he puts the work in, and what he lacks in, like I say, that sort of aesthetic, pleasing physique, if you like. Do you know what I mean? He brings in conditioning and hard work. So.
Yeah, he was great. What are you up to, mate, these days? Obviously, you've the gyms and coaching and never stopping. And
so we've got E-Bar Fitness in York. We've got Leoda's Gym in Leeds. Busy with them too.
Main sponsor here again today.
Main sponsor again, and do you know what the reason that I do that is because Paul did so much for me when I was starting out as a junior. He gave me opportunities, he gave me guidance, and so now I'm in a position that I can kind of help out a little bit, and it's lovely to be able to kind of give back a little bit.
It's the wheel going full circle.
100%, mate, 100%. So like I said, that's why we sponsor it as the coaching company. We do the online coaching, we run the Mansformation, and so we're just, like I said, busy.
This is it. I was saying earlier on camera with Dave and with Steve. The North East has got a real special sort of place. In my eye, anyway. This is where we come and support you, Carl, all you big Class 1 monsters. And it's just, this is what we did. This is where we wanted to be. The stage we wanted to be stood on.
This was a phenomenal show back in the day. I'm not saying it's not now, but it's certainly, like you say, it's not the levels it was before, and I'd love to see it back up there. Because like you say, you'd get 20 in a class for a regional qualifier. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes you couldn't even fit all the women on. You bring it on in two lots and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? So that's just at the qualifier, let alone the Britain. So obviously there's more federations, and there's more classes and stuff like that. Just water things down. But this show, the quality we've got in this area is huge. NABBA is such a prestigious,
it's history, prestige,
exactly,
legacy, legendary. The people who've just stood here talking, yourself, Steve, Dave. There's multiple people that have done it at such a high level within the institution of NABBA. We need to see it back where it deserves to be.
And you know what? This is definitely the attendance in that lot here today is an improvement on compared to what it was last year. Do you know what I mean? And obviously you're getting over COVID and stuff like that. But like you say, hopefully we're on the road back now. And like you say, the standards up. I think in the show this year, the quality's up, the crowd's up. So that's all positive.
All positive stuff. Obviously, I know you're a busy man. You've obviously got a few more athletes in here. We're going to see it at the Britain. Usually, are you going to see what's going on?
Yeah, it depends. Obviously, I'm still doing the strength and conditioning with the Acorn Rugby Club as well. So I may be required there on that weekend, but I'll see what I can do. If I can get there, if it ties in, and I can get to there first, then I'll pop down and see them. So,
well, it's always an absolute pleasure to catch up with my good friend.
Nice to chat, mate.
Likewise, and we'll see you soon.
Cheers, pal.